No, not in this sense. No, absolutely not.
But yeah, I'm all for bringing this game back. And I don't know if you guys can smell it, but if they do come out with an NCAA 20 for this upcoming season, I'm going to fucking buy it, and we're going to broadcast the shit out of that game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We're going to broadcast the shit out of that game. And I will try my hardest to not say anything offensive. By the way, if you like the idea of hearing us broadcast, go back and listen to our episode 50, because that was fucking gold.
It's hilarious. You will not be disappointed. Do
you want to hear things like, he's catching everything out there, he should probably get tested? That's a gem from Tony.
Yep. You'll get some of that.
Oh, man. Off the cup. He caught it off the cup. Another Tony quote. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dan O'Shea somehow from the sidelines shouting up and we can pick him up. I don't know how that worked. Magic of television, I guess. But no, it was a great episode. I think go back and listen to it. I've listened to it 3 times in the past week.
Really?
Yeah, it's that fucking funny.
I'm gonna have to listen to it again. I'll do it over the weekend because I meant to do that and I haven't had the time to do so yet. But I've got 4 days off, so yeah, I'll listen to it while I'm playing MLB's The Show. By the way, rookie season, it's month left. Currently sitting at 80 home runs. Like, I had to get mad at my manager too in that game. I was like, I don't steal bases. I'm here to hit dingers. Okay? Don't ask me to steal. My steal rating's 33. My power rating's 92. Okay? I play second base and I hit dingers.
Wait a second. You hit 80 home runs in your rookie season.
Yes.
And you still have a month left. And your power rating's only a 92?
Yeah. But I also have a contact rating of like 92. So anytime I swing, plus I'm a switch hitter. So it doesn't matter the pitcher I come up against. I'm hitting dingers. And I play in Fenway. I lean to the right, and anything in that short porch, I'm getting over.
Yeah.
Okay? I've hit more off a pesky pole than I care to count.
I mean, haven't we all...
Sometimes I get the buttons confused in fielding, and it's a grounder to the second baseman. I'm going to throw to third. There's nobody on second.
Yeah. So you hit the wrong button?
Yeah.
Oh, funny that you should mention that, because I'm just going to give you a little bit of a breakdown of what happened in episode 50, and then we're going to move on. Dan Beebe, you were the Bills.
Yep.
Dan O'Shea was the Jets. The Jets kick off. Dan Beebe returns it, fumbles immediately. The Jets pick it up. Dan O'Shea runs the play, loses 2 yards, and then calls a spike. Because he wasn't used to the buttons.
That happens, man.
And
we've all been there.
And my brilliant commentary must have gotten down to the players on the field, because the second time that happened, I was like, he should probably call a timeout or something.
Don't want to waste those timeouts. Spike the ball. Protect the timeout.
Anyways, so yeah, 2020 potential, probably not, because we're so late in the season or the year, and they're only quote unquote exploring paying these players for their likeness, which
I feel like
just fucking do it.
I feel like the paying has to be, again, it has to be level for everyone that's going to be in the game, and then it should almost certainly come from EA.
Yeah, for the game, yes. But they're going to expand it beyond that. So, like, if someone's like, Tua, $200 for an autograph, Tua can take the $200 and not be breaking any violations.
I don't think that's necessarily wrong.
No. Where I think it's wrong, and I don't know the rules, but I'm pretty fucking sure that Tua Tagovailoa does not own that jersey. No. That the University of Alabama owns that jersey. And so for him to sign it and sell it, I'm pretty sure that's theft.
It might be.
So,
just like
don't do that shit.
At USC.
Yeah, don't do that shit. Anyways, Who would you want to see as the cover athlete of the next, let's say not 2020, it's going to be 2021, so it'll come out next year. Hypothetically, who would you want to see as the cover athlete? Now, it typically is a senior who is going to be a rookie in the NFL the next year.
Typically.
Justin Herbert.
Assuming he's still in school at that point.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm going to say Evander Holyfield's kid.
Elijah Holyfield?
Yes.
Okay.
Just because that's putting, I don't know if he'd fit on the cover.
That's a good point. It'd probably end up being like, because it's not always like a superstar that, is a Tua level, because they typically end up leaving early. So I'm thinking you're going to end up getting like a...
Trevor Lawrence.
No, Trevor Lawrence would only be a sophomore next year.
That's what I want to see, though, on the cover.
Well, he'll get it eventually. But it would probably end up being like Shea Patterson from Michigan.
Probably, because Michigan people always end up on the cover of that thing.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Edition.
Tom Brady in his Michigan outfit.
Yeah. Or, what's his name? Felipe Franks from fucking Florida.
Felipe!
Anyways, yeah, no, I completely agree. I think Trevor Lawrence would make the cover in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
If he decides to stay at Clemson for his whole
I just
career.
put him on, just keep putting him on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a hard rule that he has to be a senior and going into the NFL. Mm-hmm. That's just typically what they've done. I mean, they put a fucking mascot on one cover.
True. Fact.
So, and a shitty mascot at that. Fucking Sparty. Like, of all the fucking mascots, like, the only one that I could think of that would be worse would be putting the fucking tree from Stanford on there.
That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. I'll give you that.
Oh, no. Do you know who would end up being? What's his name? The running back from Wisconsin. Probably him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Taylor?
no. Taylor, actually, he got drafted this year, didn't he?
Yeah, so it can't be Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know. They figured it out. But, I mean, we're also thinking about a guy who's got to be almost... Even if it was 2020, I don't know. We'd have to see. It also depends on who would have a breakout year this season, too.
Zach Moss.
Because we could see a senior go off this year.
Yeah.
We could see a running back that we haven't seen or heard a lot about go nuts. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities out there.
Yeah, and this is just speculation, but it's fun to speculate.
I just hope that they make the game. I don't give a shit who's on the cover.
You can put Lee fucking Corso on it. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
They should change it from NCAA football to Lee Corso's football.
Yeah, put Kirk Herbstreit on there for all I give a damn.
Of course, your Ohio State
Put
bias.
Adnan Burke with his laugh time. Sitting at the desk.
Yeah, we were watching fucking, was it conference championships?
No, it was just a week in October. So it'd been like, whatever week it was.
Yeah.
Just regular, yeah.
We were watching, and the halftime show came on, and the graphic behind Adnan Verk said halftime, HLAFTIME. We tweeted it at him. He liked it and said, "Fixed it."
Fixed it.
Thanks, guys.
I like him.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with that. I remember.
He is probably
The best thing to come out of Canada.
That's not true.
Ryan Reynolds is a pretty
Obviously,
funny dude.
What was that, Dan O'Shea?
I said, obviously, the best thing to come out of Canada is Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of Rush? Oh, technical difficulties. Dan O'Shea, you still there? Dan O'Shea. Oh,
I'm
no.
still here.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't know where he is, so I mean,
Yeah.
would make sense.
No, Justin Bieber is probably one of the worst things to come out of Canada. If chlamydia came from Canada, it'd be better than Justin Bieber.
Well, both of them come from Canada, since he probably has it.
Ooh, we should become one of those celebrity gossip pages.
Oh, that'd be perfect. We'd gain thousands of followers.
We would.
I mean, you don't have to actually prove anything as far as I can tell.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does Bieber have chlamydia? He may not. We'll never know. What I do know is Dandy and Tony Sports live Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. on Spreaker.
Yep.
Anyways,
Namesake.
So college football is obviously the best sport in history. Adnan Virk is the GOAT of ESPN right now. I can't think of anyone on ESPN that is better than Adnan Virk. I mean, ESPN writers, like, I hate the team he writes for, but Jordan Renan is just fucking phenomenal.
Jordan Renan is a really good writer.
He is so good. So professional, but also not afraid to ask dickhead questions.
Questions that teams don't necessarily want to always answer.
Yeah. And he's always willing to answer his critics, and he makes sure he has the story right before publishing it.
Which is a huge thing, because there's a ton of people who don't do that.
Yeah. So enough of this Renan jerkfest. But
I mean,
he's great. And
we're trying to get him a fucking Pulitzer or something.
Yeah, he's great. Adnan Virk is great. I was thinking about Adnan Virk the other day, and how he's my favorite. Him and Steve Levy are my two favorite ESPN guys. Like, I like, what's his name, Scott Van Pelt, but like he's like dickish.
Yeah, well, Scott Van Pelt is also one of the few people that's out there that really...
He tells it like it is.
Yeah, he has no reserves about worrying about hurting your feelings.
What was that?
I said he's basically tenured. He doesn't need to give a shit anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people like him because he does go against a lot of what ESPN is for.
Yeah, well, he was also instrumental in ESPN accepting... like, talking about
betting.
It was huge in that fact.
With his bad beats, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was before that. Like, you'd be talking about lines back when nobody would even dare talk about any kind of line, and to give off the sense that, you know, ESPN was condoning sports betting, which, grow up, you should be. I mean, it helps your business.
It does. More people are going to watch for highlights.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't happen. So, like, ignoring it is just, I don't know. You're trying to be willfully arrogant.
All you're doing is missing out on tons of money.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make sense.
I mean, in all fairness, I think ESPN should just fucking open up their own booking. Just be like, you trust ESPN, bet with us.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they don't, other than the fact that they're owned by Disney.
Yeah, well, Disney now also owns Alien and Predators, though.
Disney's going to own everything.
Disney does not own Dan D'Antoni Sports.
In a few years, we're going to be using Disney dollars.
Probably.
Dan D'Antoni Sports is not owned by and or endorsed by Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would take Disney's money.
Trust me, if they paid you enough, we would.
Yep.
I don't...
Yeah, I gotta say
money
no.
because they're going to own everything, so we're not going to have a choice.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Anyways, we've gotten so far off topic. What I was trying to say is Adnan Virk is, in my opinion, the new Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott is by far my favorite of all time. That's
bold, but I appreciate the hot take, I guess. Stuart Scott has some pretty lofty shoes to fill.
Oh my God. He was so good. I miss Stuart Scott.
We all do.
He's the best.
We all do.
He's the glue that held ESPN together and made them a solid company.
I mean,
him and Chris Berman.
As cool as the other side of the pillow, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyways, you want to know what else is cool? Lacrosse.
I think it is.
I think so too. The fool sitting to my right and the fool sitting across from me, kind of, which is you, Dan O'Shea. They aren't hip to the lacrosse train yet.
What's that?
Oh, I'm on the lacrosse train. I just haven't been paying as much attention as this year. I'm the only one of us that actually played it.
What the hell are you talking
It's
about?
not true. I played lacrosse. Get out of here.
Listen,
if I went to the